All right, first grade friends, we are going to get ready for the third part of day one word study. For the next two parts, you are going to need a pencil and some paper. If you don't have that with you now, go ahead and press pause, run get your materials, and then come back and join us and we'll be waiting for you. All right, got everything you need? We're ready to get started? We're going to start today with sound dictation. We're going to work on this together. I'm going to call out some sounds. We're going to talk about the letter or letters that make those sounds. I'll write them on the board, and you're going to write them on your paper with your pencil. As we are writing those sounds, I really want you to think about your proper letter formation. Make sure those small letters are just touching those middle to bottom lines, that those tall letters are going all the way up to the top line and all the way down to the bottom line. And if a letter has a tail, that you make sure you go down below that bottom line. This is a good chance to really work on that handwriting skill as you prepare to go on to second grade. All right, let's go ahead and get started now. The first sound that I want us to work on today is actually our new sound. That is the sound ow. Let's think. We have learned two different ways to make the ow sound. I want you to think of the two ways that we have learned to make the ow sound. All right, you got both ways in your head? All right, let's go ahead and write those down. The first vowel team we have learned that makes the ow sound is OU. We learned that OU can make the ow sound at the beginning or the middle of a syllable or one syllable word. We also learned OW. This vowel team will make the ow sound at the end of a syllable. All right, second sound. Our second sound for today is ank. Think for a second. Ank. How do we spell that sound? Ank. Right, A-N-K. A-N-K together make the ank sound. We call that a welded sound. Those sounds sort of blend together. Sound 3. Our third sound for today is the long A sound. All right, so let's think. This school year, we have learned 3 different ways to make the long A sound. I want you to hold up your fist, and as you remember each way to make a long A sound, just pop a finger out. All right, let's think. What are the ways you know to make long A? All right, I thought of my 3 ways. Have you thought of 3 ways? Great, let's go ahead and write those down now. The first way we learn to make the long A is the A consonant E rule. Another way we learn to make the long A sound is the vowel team AI. AI says A in the middle. And then the last way we've learned to make the long A sound this school year is with the vowel team AY. AY says A at the end of a syllable. Check your paper. Make sure that you have the same sounds written down that I have. If you have a mistake, go ahead and just scratch through it and rewrite the correct sounds. Great. Our fourth sound is the K sound. We've also learned 3 ways to make the K sound. So I want you to do the same thing. I want you to think in your head of all 3 ways. As you think of each way, just pop a finger out. Ready? All right, I've got my 3 ways to make the K sound. Do you have your 3 ways? Perfect. Let's go ahead and write those down. The first way we learn to make the K sound is with the letter C. Another way we learn to make the K sound is with the letter K, comma. And the final way we learn to make the K sound is with, that's right, with CK. We use CK right after a short vowel. Great job. All right, last sound I want us to practice is the S sound. This is another sound that we have learned to make 3 different ways. The first way we learn to make this sound, that's right, it's just S by itself. The second way we learn to make the sound, yes, SS. We call that the floss rule. If S is at the end of the word, and it comes at the end of a 1-syllable word, and it comes right after a short vowel, we have to double that S. It's called the floss rule. And the last way we learn to make that sound, yeah, that's right, is with CE. We call that soft C. CE together works to make the S sound. Great job on sound dictation, guys. I want you to look over your paper. Then look over the sounds that I have up here on the board. Make sure that what you wrote down matches what I wrote down here on the board. If you made a mistake, hey, no big deal. Just draw a line through it and rewrite it correctly. Go ahead and do that now. All right, you've got your paper ready? Great, we're going to get ready to move on to word dictation.